Hello, everyone. It's another Wednesday evening. It is November 16th, and we are going to do a Facebook Live. It's a little bit different cards for you tonight. Very, very fast, quick and easy cards. I have a bunch of stuff to show you. This card is a card we made last week, and I'll tell you who won that. I have a couple of swaps to show you, some gifts, and I'm going to show you a couple of cards I made with brand new product. So before we get started, let me get this shared to my group in case somebody is looking for it there instead of on my page. We'll get that done, and then we'll be ready to start. Always takes it just a minute. Oh, I keep forgetting I need to change the picture on my group. Or on my page. Sorry, it's on my page because it still shows Halloween. We're past that. All right, share to a group. I hope y'all are having a good week. We've made it through Wednesday, so we're almost there. So if you didn't know, if you haven't seen my post on Facebook, last weekend I was in Arlington, Texas for the Stampin' Up! Convention. Stampin' Up! Convention called Onstage. And it was so fun to be back in person. It has been 3 years since they've had this in person, and it was so much fun. I should have brought the little pin over and to show you. I was so lucky. So because I am a Silver Elite, hey buddy, I was able to go. So my friends Patience and Kay and we were all able to go to something called Center Stage. So it's just for those demonstrators that are Silver Elite and above. And so you get the catalog early. I'll show you the front of the catalog. I can't show you the inside, but I can show you the front. But you get the catalog early. You get an extra little gift. And so we got our envelopes with our name tag and any ribbons that we had and all that stuff Friday night. And as we got back to our room, we were going through our envelope and putting our little ribbons. You get ribbons if you've earned a recognition in sales or leadership or something. And I had this Fox button. And I showed a picture on Facebook over the weekend. And my friend Patience did not have one. And so we were speculating because in the past, people that have had special things have gotten extra prizes. So that was our speculation. And then Kay later told me, she said, nope, I don't have one either. So they do something called Prize Patrol. And so throughout the day, they'll call a number. And if you have that number on the back of your name tag, then you win that prize. So the very first Prize Patrol they did, they said, okay, if you have a little Fox button, that means you get every prize we're giving away. I was so excited. Hey, Cassandra. Let's see, I think I missed a... Hey, Patience. Yes, I got it all. It was so fun. Who did I miss? Okay. So it was so much fun. I mean, it's always a lot of fun, but when you get everything, I mean, before they've called your number and they do Prize Patrol, you're like, oh, is it going to be me? Is it going to be me? So this time, every time they did Prize Patrol, it's like, it's me. I know, I was so lucky. It was so fun. When they asked at the beginning who all had those, there were maybe 5 of us. There weren't very many, so it was quite the adventure, quite the piece of luck to get it. Okay, let's get started. I know, Patience, you were so sweet. You were excited for me. I know you would have loved to have had it too, but you were so excited for me. Tonight, we are doing something a little bit different. So let me show you what we're using. We have something in the catalog called Memories and More. And this comes as one package, and there are 2 different sizes. So you have these big 4x6 ones, and then you have these smaller ones, maybe 3x4. Yeah, it looks like 3x4. They were originally created to put in memory albums. So these will slide in the little slots in your memory album, so like a scrapbook. They're 2-sided. So like this one is great for writing on. You get a bunch of them, but they are also, whoops, that was the same one. Whoops, perfect. So this is the card I used for making cards. Oh, and it also has, I forgot to show you this. It has like some vellum with printing on it. And some, oops, there's one more. Merry and Bright. And then some, it's like balsa wood. I don't know what it is, but it's like little wood accents. So those also come in the set. So you get all of this. I think it's $10. So those are really fun if you're doing scrapbooking in the Memories and More books, or for making cards, which is what we're doing tonight. The other item that goes with those is the, what are they called? So this was Santa's Express. It goes with that suite that has the Santa and the train and stuff. These are the cards and envelopes for them. So you have green ones, which you'll see here in a minute, and then polka dot ones. And then the envelopes that go with them. So those all go together. So then you can just take, like I did, some cards, put them on, some of those Memories and More cards, and put them on a card base, and you have a card already. And these are a little bit bigger. Let's see. Let me do it on this side. So they are 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So they come with their own envelopes that will fit. So the envelope, they'll fit in there. All right, so let's make these. The other thing I'm going to use, and this is something also in the holiday catalog, is this Pearlized Enamel Effects. So you have white, red, and black. We're going to use the white and red tonight, but it comes in a package of 3. So I did these ones last night, and they're perfectly dry. I just left them alone, but I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can kind of see the shine on that. I just used, on this one, I just used a little bit of red. That's it. Just to add a little bit of shine to those berries. And then on this one, I used the white along the tops of the trees. So I made it kind of shimmery snow on the tops of the trees. Isn't that fun? So it's just a nice little accent. You do have to let it dry for a while. I don't know exactly how long. Like I said, I left those overnight. But you do want to let it dry before you touch it or try and do anything with it. So I have one of the small Memories and More cards, one of the card bases, and then I just cut a piece of Poppy Parade. That's the red that's in this set, just to mat it, to separate it a little bit from that busy background. So we are going to just adhere this to our red. And then I decided it needed a little ribbon or something. So I just got some of our white seam binding, I think it's called. Yes, crinkled seam binding. I love this ribbon. It is so nice to color too. You can take your blends and just run it across there and color it. You can take a stamp and add some pattern to it. Now don't worry, I'm gonna move it down after I tie it. We won't cover up Christmas, but it was just easier to tie it a little bit higher. And then let me trim it. Whoops, I think I left it. No, I didn't leave it too long. So we'll just trim this off a little bit. And then we can move it down so that it doesn't cover up. Hey, Khaki. Well, maybe. Here we go. So it doesn't cover up our Christmas word. But I just wanted a little bit of ribbon. And then, because we have this ribbon here, let me move it more in the middle. I decided to put this up on dimensionals. So we'll put one in each corner and one in the middle. And we'll put that on just in the middle of our card. And then we'll take our red Pearlized Enamel Effects and we will just put a dot. So I'm just kind of filling in that dot that's there, and it'll kind of have a little bit right there. It'll kind of have a little bit of a ice cream topping, like a Dairy Queen topping, you know, a little, but that will go down as it dries. I don't want to turn it too much because I don't want it to run or anything. But now I will just set that aside somewhere safe so it can dry. All right, and then our second card is this guy, and we're going to, I don't think I put it on. Yeah, I did put dimensionals on it. Let's get our dimensionals. You notice I'm putting it all together before I add any of the enamel effects. That's so I can just set it aside. It's all together. I don't have to do anything else to it. Just put it aside somewhere and let it get dry. Make sure your card's going the right way. Put that in the center so you just have a little green border all the way around. And then I decided it needed a ribbon too. So when I'm doing a ribbon like this, I just like to tie it while it's still on the spool. I don't know why, that's just easier for me. I'll make that a little bit smaller. So you kind of pull it and then you can adjust it. Just a little bit smaller so I can have a little more tail over here. Some ribbons are a little bit easier to adjust than others. All right, let's try that. So let me cut it off. And then we'll just take a glue dot and put it right here underneath. And if your glue dot sticks out, you can just kind of roll it down like that so that it won't stick out over it. And then I just put that right down there. And then again, before I do the enamel, the Pearlized Enamel Effects, I'm going to put my bling on. So you might not have even noticed this, but I took three of the little pearls. These are iridescent pearls, and put them on there too, just because I wanted to. You can never have too much bling. And I just took the small ones. So I love my Take Your Pick tool for this. You just pick it up, and I just put it right in the middle of three of them. So I could have done that one, but I didn't want an even number. I wanted an odd number. So I just picked these three. All right, now we can do our enamel effects. So I'm using the white on this one. And so I just went along the tops of all the trees first. And I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. I'll hold it up when I'm done so you can see. I'm just trying to be careful and not get too much out. Come on. Because I don't want it to just be a blob. I want it to be like that. I don't want it to be a blob like that. There we go. So I went across the tops where all that white is first. And I imagine, I mean, I haven't used too much of this yet, but I imagine these would last you for quite a while. And then I kind of went back and just picked a few other little spots where there was snow. So I didn't do them all. I just picked some of them. Let's do one there. One more there. Now you could also put this on your stars if you wanted. I could have done that in the middle of them instead of pearls, but I used the pearls on this one. So let me hold this up carefully. So now you can see, you can't see the shimmer as much. I think you could almost see it better in the one that's dry, can't you? Yeah. So that's it. So now I will set this one aside carefully, not on top of the other one I already did. All right. So those are our cards. I forgot to tell you at the beginning, in case you're new here, everybody that comments on this video on Facebook will be in the drawing for these cards next week when I do Facebook Live. Last week we made this card with a Jingle, Jingle, Jingle stamp set, and so the winner of this card is Debbie. I think she won the week before too. She's having a lucky streak. So I will get that to her. Next week, somebody will win these two cards. Let me show you of just a very few swaps. I need to get some more out so you can see. And I should have taken them out of the plastic beforehand, so let me do that real quick. Thank you, buddy. I'm glad you liked them. So this one is from Shanna. They usually they'll put their names, you know, in the package with them. So this is the sweetest, I forgot the name of the sweet, but isn't that cute? I think that might be from the mistletoe, but I can't remember. And I love, this is a die that goes in this whole suite, and it makes a full page, but she just cut it so that it was just part of one. I thought that was really cute. And try and keep these together with who they came from, so when I post them, I can be sure to give them credit. This one is from Velma Garcia. These two didn't say. I love it when they have where they're from, too. This one doesn't say. Isn't that cute? Very simple, but beautiful. So this is that holly. No, that may not be the holly. This might be. I don't know where it's all from, but it's really pretty. And that nice gold ribbon. And then one more to show you. This one is using some of that same paper, I think. Well, I'm not sure. This one is from, oh, she's from Lee Summit, Missouri. So her name is Betty, and she's from Lee Summit. And this is her. This one was a card front, so I'll put it on a card so I can use it. Isn't that cute? And just some strips, a great way to use up some of your designer series paper if you just have strips left. So those are just a few I wanted to share with you tonight. I'll get some more ready to share with you next week, and maybe next week I'll show you everything that I won. So then I wanted to show you what my friend Patience made for me. So this was her swap, and she packaged it up in a box. Hang on, I'm just grabbing it. I've taken everything out of the box, but it was in this window of this box. And there was a, it's on my backpack, a tag that had my name on it and some ribbons so I could make sure I knew which backpack was mine. Poor Patience had a bunch of these swaps and left them at home, so she didn't get to swap any. But she had already put one in my box, so I got one. So that's her gorgeous swap. And there's Wink of Stella on there, you can see. Isn't that gorgeous? And then she also made me this. And there's Wink of Stella on there, too. Isn't that just beautiful? And it has, look inside, it has my name. It's so fun. She's so thoughtful, so good at giving us gifts. So that was from my roommate, Patience. We are roomies. Every time we go on a Stampin' Up, almost every time. I think we've had maybe one where we had some downline so we didn't get to room together, but almost every time we are roomies because we just get along so well. We have so much fun together. All right, I'm going to show you. I cannot show you anything inside, but starting in January, you'll be able to order out of these. Now, if you're already a happy shopper, you will be able to order, I think it's December 1st. So you'll get to do some pre-order. And when you do your pre-order, you can earn celebration items. So there's some cute things. I can show you the back. It has some, aren't those carrots cute? So we could, because we went to On Stage, we could order some stuff early. Even though, yeah, she says, even though I snore big time, she doesn't snore nearly as loud as my husband, so it's not a problem. Because we went to On Stage, we could order early. So I ordered some stuff and it will come Monday. So I'm excited. I have to stay focused on what I need to do for my classes for the rest of the year, but I'm also having fun playing. So on that note, let me show you what I have made. So I have the stamp sets right here. We received 3 stamp sets free. So this first one is a celebration stamp set called Beautifully Happy. And this is the card I made with it. I kind of copied it from one of the demonstrations that was there. So this is Petal Pink and Shaded Spruce, which are the colors that he used. So that's one. And then the next card uses, I don't have the paper right here, the other 2 stamp sets. So decorative borders and hand-drawn dots that we all got free. And then some paper that I got free. So this is the card. This is going to be one of the swaps for the team meeting this weekend. I don't know which group it will be yet, but so there's some animal print paper that's metallic. And then I used the borders, colored that with my blends, used the background dots. I just thought they went with that so well. And then a little floral. And that actually sentiment is from the first set I showed you, the celebration set. So just a sneak peek of some new things. I probably won't share too much of that with you because we got to be sure we have all the fun we can with the holiday catalog before it's gone. Pick my group. I thought you were in, oh yeah, you're in both. That's what I was going to say. I thought you were in both. I'll have to see when I get my other swap done. I'll ask Kay which one she wants because I think she's only in one group. Okay. I think that's all I have to share with you tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed these quick and easy cards. Like I said, all you need are these Memories and More cards and the envelopes and cards, and you can make a ton of Christmas cards very quickly. So next week, somebody will win those, and I will see you next week. Thanks, Patience. Bye, everyone.